What would you do if a 5-year-old suddenly stood up in a courtroom and accused the man she's always called Dad of lying? As the judge prepared to make her decision, Lily's voice rang out, piercing the silence. "He's not my real dad." The room fell into stunned silence. Why would Lily say this? What truth was she about to reveal? And how could one small voice turn everything upside down? Lily's life wasn't always this complicated. Just months earlier, she had been a carefree girl living with her mother, Emily, in a small but cozy apartment. Emily worked hard, juggling her job as a nurse and being a loving single mom. Every night, she would tuck Lily in with a bedtime story, her voice soft and full of warmth. Lily's favorite was a story Emily had written herself about a little bird who learned to fly after losing its mother. Those nights were filled with laughter, songs, and Lily's giggles as Emily tickled her under the chin before turning off the light. It was a simple, happy life, one that Lily thought would last forever. But everything changed when Emily passed away in a sudden car accident. The tragedy left Lily in the care of Mark, the man she believed to be her father. At first, Mark's demeanor seemed caring in front of others. He took her to the funeral, shed tears for Emily, and promised Lily he'd take care of her. He even gave her a locket with a picture of her mother inside, telling her, "This way, she'll always be close to your heart." However, life under Mark's roof quickly turned cold. The warmth of Emily's love was replaced with Mark's strict rules and indifference. Lily often sat alone at the dinner table while Mark spent hours locked in his office or talking on the phone. The house, once filled with her mother's laughter and the smell of freshly baked cookies, now felt empty and suffocating. Mark rarely mentioned Emily, and when he did, it was in passing, as if she had been just another chapter in his life. Lily's only source of comfort was Rachel, her mother's best friend. Rachel often stopped by to check on Lily, bringing her small gifts or baking cookies with her. She noticed the growing sadness in Lily's eyes and the way she hesitated to speak about Mark. Though Rachel suspected something wasn't right, she had no solid proof, only a nagging feeling that Emily's death wasn't as straightforward as it seemed. One night, as Lily lay in bed staring at the ceiling, she heard voices coming from Mark's office. Quietly, she crept out of bed and tiptoed to the slightly ajar door. "She can't know who I really am," Mark's voice was sharp. "If this falls apart, we're finished. The money depends on her not finding out." Lily's heart pounded in her chest. What did he mean? Who couldn't find out? She retreated to her room, her mind racing with questions she couldn't answer. A few days later, while Mark was out, Lily noticed a key hanging on the edge of his desk. Her curiosity got the better of her. Using the key, she opened a locked drawer and found a small box. Inside were documents that didn't make sense to her: a birth certificate with a name she didn't recognize, IDs with Mark's photo but different names, and a letter addressed to Rachel. Lily unfolded the letter with trembling hands. It was from her mother. "Rachel, if anything ever happens to me, please take care of Lily. I've been having doubts about Mark. There are things he hasn't been honest about, and I'm starting to feel unsafe. If you're reading this, it means I couldn't protect her myself." Tears blurred Lily's vision. Her mother had doubted Mark too. She tucked the letter into her pocket and carefully returned everything else to the box before locking the drawer. When Rachel visited the next day, Lily showed her the letter. Rachel's face turned pale as she read it. "I knew something was wrong," she whispered. "Lily, we need to talk to someone who can help." Rachel contacted a lawyer and began gathering evidence. She discovered that Mark wasn't Lily's biological father. Emily had met him only 2 years before her death, and they were never married. Further digging revealed that Mark had a history of aliases and legal troubles related to fraud. Rachel realized Emily's death might not have been an accident after all. As Rachel worked behind the scenes, Mark became increasingly controlling. He restricted Lily's interactions with Rachel and tried to isolate her. But Lily's resolve only grew stronger. She knew she had to speak up, even if it meant confronting the man she once trusted. The day of the custody hearing arrived. The courtroom buzzed with quiet murmurs as the judge took her seat. Mark's lawyer painted him as a devoted father, emphasizing Rachel's lack of financial stability. When it was Rachel's turn, she presented the letter from Emily and the forged documents Lily had found. The judge frowned, clearly troubled, but Mark's lawyer countered, claiming the evidence was circumstantial. That's when Lily stood up, her small voice cutting through the tension. "He's not my real dad," she said, her words trembling but clear. "I heard him on the phone. He said he needed me to not find out who he really is." The courtroom fell silent as everyone turned to Lily. She described finding the box and overhearing Mark's conversations. Tears streamed down her face as she spoke. "My mum didn't trust him. She wrote it in her letter. He's lying to everyone." Mark's composure cracked. He stood abruptly, his face flushed. "This is ridiculous. She's just a child. She doesn't know what she's talking about." The judge raised her hand. "Enough, Mr. Mark. We will investigate these claims thoroughly." Following the hearing, an investigation revealed that Mark had indeed been involved in fraudulent activities and had likely tampered with Emily's car. He was arrested, and custody of Lily was granted to Rachel. For the first time in months, Lily felt safe. Rachel welcomed her into her home, creating a warm and loving environment. She decorated a small room for Lily, filling it with books, toys, and photos of Emily. "Your mum would be so proud of you," Rachel said one night as she tucked Lily into bed. "You're the bravest girl I know." Lily smiled, holding a teddy bear her mother had given her. "I think she'd be proud of you too." This story reminds us of the power of truth and courage. Lily's bravery not only exposed lies but also ensured her safety and happiness. If you were moved by this story, share it to inspire others to stand up for what's right. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more heartwarming stories that show the strength of the human spirit.